right. Well, hi, Ma. I'm just trying to even this camera tilt out just a little bit. Looks okay. Hopefully I'm straight. All right. Hi, everyone. It is Tammy Stoffel. I am with Stampin' Tammy, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based out of Washougal, Washington. And I usually don't come on live during the week, during the daytime, because of my work schedule. I'm just trying to shake things up a little bit here and take advantage of a day off that I have. So today I'm going to make a birthday card using the awesome Otters stamp set. This is a Sale-A-Bration item, so you can only earn it, you can't purchase it. And these otters are just darling. And who wouldn't love to have a birthday card with these cute little critters on them? So today we're going to make a birthday card, and we'll get started here in just a second. So I did want to say I generally don't stream a second device because of the lag time, and we live out in the country. So our internet service is a little on the slower side. Please put your comments, likes, and shares in the comment section, and I will respond when the video is over. I do try to check my screen periodically to make sure that things are working okay. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. And then also just one more housekeeping thing, and then we'll talk a little more about Sale-A-Bration. We have a new dog, and his name is Fred. He's an 18-month-old Chesapeake Bay Retriever that we adopted from a family that wasn't able to keep him, and they had gotten him because the owner had passed away. The owner was a Vietnam vet that was actively involved in the Fallen Outdoors veteran group. This group is a nonprofit organization that works to get veterans out in the outdoors, fishing, hunting, and my husband is actively involved with the Fallen Outdoors on fishing trips. So it's been a fun and rewarding opportunity to bring Fred into our household. He's a big boy. He's gangly. He needs a few more manners. We're working on that. And then just a little disclaimer, he's got a very, very big bark. And any of the sounds that happen outside, he barks at this point. So if you hear a big dog barking, I'm sorry. It's Mr. Fred, and he's learning about that process. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Again, likes, comments, and shares are always welcome. I will be uploading my video to YouTube, and I appreciate you subscribing to my channel. It's an easy way for you to keep track of the videos that I put out and not miss out on any new content. I will be putting exclusive videos over on YouTube that are not necessarily lives from Facebook. So with that, let's go ahead and talk just a little bit about Sale-A-Bration, and we'll get moving with this card. So like I said, we're going to use the Awesome Otters stamp set. This is a Sale-A-Bration item. It is free with a $50 purchase, and that Sale-A-Bration runs through February 28th. The stamp sets generally will be available up until almost the end of Sale-A-Bration. Other items, such as the papers, are not. They are while supplies last, because they are not manufactured directly by Stampin' Up! In Kanab, Utah. This paper that we're going to use is the Simply Marvelous, and this is also a Sale-A-Bration item. It's 6x6 paper. It's got 48 pages, and check out the beautiful colors. Aren't those gorgeous? I mean, yummy, yummy, yummy. We'll flip it over so you can see the other side. So, so, so pretty. I mean, I think they are wonderful. You can do all kinds of great things with them. And I see lots of birthday cards, thank you cards, etc. coming with this paper. I do have a another pack of the paper that's coming. And so stay tuned for a opportunity to win a pack of the Simply Marvelous paper just by commenting or commenting and sharing my videos. And if you've got your comment in this video, the body of this video, you will be entered into the drawing. And then I'll get that mailed out next Wednesday, I think. The other thing that we're going to use, aside from this stamp set, is this 3D embossing folder, and this is the bark. It looks a lot like bark, but it also has some wave characteristics for water. So we'll use that today as well. Okay, so I got my stamps all mounted. I've got my paper here. I've got my Whisper White or Basic White insert, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. That'll go on the inside of this card base. The card base itself is Misty Moonlight, and that is a 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, so just a half sheet of cardstock. And then we've got Balmy Blue, and this is a 4 by 5 1/4, and I ran it through that bark embossing folder. And can you see how, let's see, can you see how you've got that wave action going on there? Yeah, I think that's going to be great. And then I've got a little strip of the designer series paper. Oh, there goes Fred barking. Sorry, guys. And this is 2 inches by 4 inches. And then I've die cut a label from the let me find it here. This is from the Hippo and Friends dies. Now, I don't have this stamp set. I wasn't gonna get it. I didn't think I needed the dies. And then I realized that the dies have all of these wonderful labels. So you've got lots and lots of options with this die set. So I did go ahead and purchase it to be able to use the labels, and I'm using this middle one. So these are stitched. This is stitched, and these 3 are beveled edges. Okay, and then we'll use a little piece of crumb cake for our sentiment. I'll just set this off to the side. I'm going to take the a bone folder and give a good crease on this card base. Oh, I got extra stuff under there. Okay, the card base is ready to go. We have this Balmy Blue piece that we're going to adhere, and I do really like the liquid adhesive glue. I find that it gives me a little bit of wiggle room because I'm notorious for putting things on crooked. We do have the tape runner style adhesives, and those are work really well as well. When you are working with something like this that has a lot of texture, you want to make sure that you're using a strong adhesive. So the liquid glue or the Stampin' Seal Plus would be the ideal adhesives to give you plenty of contact. Okay, so I'm looking at this and I'm lining up the edges on 3 sides just to make sure I get that on as straight as possible and centered. Okay. We're going to wait to put that on. We're going to go ahead and start by stamping our image onto the label here. And then we're going to do a little coloring with the Stampin' Blends. Okay, make sure that I'm actually working in the camera. That looks good. When you're using the Stampin' Blends, they are an alcohol marker. You want to make sure that you're using a water-based ink to stamp your image so that it doesn't smear. So I'm using the Tuxedo Memento Black. And we're going to stamp this darling little image. Isn't he cute? Okay. Hopefully I'm not banging enough that I wake up Mr. Fred. He really is a good boy. He's got some refining to do, of course, and adjusting to a new household. But it's just a blessing for us that we were able to give him a home. We drove over the weekend. We live in Washougal, Washington, which is on the Washington side of the Columbia River, just kind of a little bit east of Portland. And we drove to St. Regis, Montana, and back in one day. It was 15 hours of driving. But after we picked him up, he needed a good grooming, and was poor baby was shedding so much of his undercoat that just needed to be brushed out. We were all big fur balls, including Fred. So we just, instead of stopping in Spokane, which is what our original plan was, we've got a daughter and son-in-law, 2 grandkids in Spokane, and we just, we waved and called and said, yeah, we're not going to stop. We are too hairy, and continued on. So I'm going to color this darling little guy in dark crumb cake. And our alcohol blend markers are really easy to use. Really makes it a darling image with little effort. So I'm going to use the dark crumb cake on the outer portion, and then under around his face and the belly area we'll get the light. I like to use the brush tip. And it does spread a little bit, so you don't have to get right on top of the line. And we'll just get a little color laid in here. Careful not to color in the eyes. All right, if I get too quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. I didn't learn to color and talk at the same time. Although my mom might disagree, because I talked all the time when I was a kid. Not so much now. Okay. He's so cute. Oh my goodness. All right, a little bit right there. And you notice as the color kind of fades into place as it dries. We'll do the light crumb cake on the inside here. And not get the drop, that water drop there. Okay. Go over a little bit of the edges here with some light, just to kind of even out some of that color. Oh, I need a bit of blue for his eyes. I'm going to use this dark balmy blue, and I'm going to use that along the lines of the water. And the drops. So I'm just following the drops and the water lines. And filling that color in. A little bit of the blue to his eyes. And we'll take the light balmy blue and we'll fill in a little bit more of the kind of the water in that area here. I'm not trying to be precise when I lay the color down. Just add a little bit there. Oh, and he's cute. Okay, I'm going to go back over his the dark area on his body. Add just a little more dark right here where I got a little heavy-handed with the light. The nice thing about the blends is you can just go back in and you can lay on some additional color if that's what you'd like. We also have a color lifter, and it doesn't really like remove the color completely, but it does kind of push that color down into the paper fibers so that it will it'll disappear or lighten up. Okay. Little spot right there. There we go. And he needs a little bit of pink for his nose. Let's see what light flirty flamingo looks like. I think that'll be okay. And a little touch in his ears. Oh, he's cute. He is cute. What do you guys think? Okay, so with the Stampin' Blends, they do bleed through on the back, so just keep that in mind when you're using them. They're designed to do this, so this is a normal occurrence. And once you put your card together, it'll be just fine. Okay, so we are also going to stamp the sentiment on this piece of crumb cake. Okay. I'm going to stamp the sentiment. I always do a first run stamp just to make sure that I've got things looking okay. I'm getting enough ink. It's not too clumpy. Especially if I haven't used a stamp before, and this one is a new one for me. I just got the stickers put on right before I started the live. Okay, and I like that. so we're just going to set that kind of off to the side here in just a moment. I'm going to use a pair of scissors, and we're going to do a little angle. And I might take that up a little, just a little bit more. And there you go. That is just a fun little banner edge, easy to do, doesn't require any skill. Well, let me rephrase that. So what it does require is for you to remember to set your angles in the same direction. Otherwise, you get a more of a wedge look. Okay, let's start putting this card together. So we're going to adhere this panel. And I guess we need to look and see. Do we want that one or do we want this one? Okay, everyone, here's your time to weigh in. So we have the designer series paper this direction, or we have the designer series paper like that. So is that number 1? This side is number 1. Well, this side is number 2. What do you think? Okay, I can tell there's a lag between the video and the responses, but that's life. Number 2. I see a vote for number 2. So, yep, number 2. I think number 2 is going to win, you guys. Okay, I'll put the swirls up. Looks good. We're going to add this with the liquid adhesive. And then we are going to use dimensionals to pop up our label with this cute little guy. My cousin Shelly is watching, and she and my mom, and I thought I maybe saw my sister-in-law Lori watching as well. That Shelly and I and my brothers, Grandma Parks, my dad's mom, would absolutely love this little critter. She had a thing for these cute little guys and stuffed animals, and yeah, so my grandma would really, really love this card. Okay, so we're going to pop that up on dimensionals, and then we'll figure out where we're going to add our sentiment, and if we want to add any gems. I'm not sure yet. All right, so I'll pop these dimensional backs off. Stampin' Dimensionals really add a little oomph to your card all by itself. It just gives it a little more three-dimensional activity and spices it up just a hair. Okay. So we'll center our little friend there. And then our label. I'm going to put it right down here. We're going to pop that up on dimensionals as well. Okay, oh my gosh, that's cute. As far as putting some bling on here, I'm just looking through my my little basket. Let's see what else I got. Iridescent rhinestones, opal rounds, classic matte dots. I think I may go for the opal rounds, and we'll put 3 of them on there. I like to use my take your pick tool to move these around and adhere them to my card. This is it has a little putty end to it, and just twist a little bit of putty out. Be sure not to twist too far because it'll continue to ooze. And then just kind of smoosh it on the end there, and that gives you a sticky piece. I need to back it back off a little bit because it's trying to keep oozing. It gives you a little tackiness to grab a hold of those gems and small items without transferring onto what you're working on. Okay, so let's pop a where's it sticking to my finger? And we'll just have to roll with it here. One up there. Another one there. And then I'll put one down here. Alrighty. What do you guys think? Pretty cute, huh? Okay. And then on our inside, we can add a on the inside, we're going to add this little party hat. I thought I totally wanted to fussy cut this out and put it on our little otter. However, I don't seem to see any little piece of white cardstock that I was going to use. I don't know what I did with it. Anyway, it's somewhere. So we'll put this party hat here. And then we can color that in with some blends and adhere it to our card and be happy with what we got. I may go back and put a hat, a little party hat on this guy, and or I may just leave it alone. We'll see once I find some of that paper. Okay, so I'm going to use the green. I'm going to use Granny Apple Green to color in the party hat. And I'm going to go around all of the polka dots. So this will be the base of the party hat. And then we're going to use Light Daffodil Delight. For the colors in here. I think I'm going to make the pom-pom green. Oh yeah. Add another layer of color, add a little depth to it. And there we go. That's pretty cute. Add this with some of the liquid adhesive and we'll be finishing up. So again, I want to thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate your support. Sale-A-Bration, like I said, lasts through September or February 28th. And that's for every $50 increment of orders that you place, you get a free item. There are a couple of items that they call Tier 2, and those are $100 items. Very, very cute. Lots of fun things in that catalog. If you would like a catalog and you have not received one from me or another demonstrator and you're not actively working with another demonstrator, just send me a message and I will get a catalog out to you. Alrighty, what do you guys think? Pretty cute. Pretty cute. Alright. Thank you again for tuning in. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then it's easy to find all of my videos. So, have a good day.